process, and the market profile displays the outcome of this process. Is this true or is this false? I only see one true. All right, I'm getting some more trues here. Good. I haven't seen a false yet. All right. That's good. That's encouraging. So at least we've got the very fundamental concept down. All market activity takes place within the framework of this auction process. And once you really begin to understand how the auction process works, you are on your way to really applying the market profile effectively. So the key concept about the market auction process is that markets will auction up until there are no more buyers, and then they will reverse down until there are no more sellers. So the auction process is always looking for the opposite of what it finds, and the end of an up auction is basically the beginning of a down auction. That's a very key and important concept to understand when it comes to the profile. Now let's take a look at my second question here. And I promised you the questions would not be difficult, but they're very important concepts. Now I want to talk a little bit about what a balanced and an imbalanced market is. So when the market is balanced, basically equal amounts of buying and selling are present. And when the market is imbalanced, the market is either moving higher or lower in order to find an opposite response. During these periods of imbalance, traders should always stay on the sidelines until the market is balanced. What do you think of that statement? True or false? All right, good. So I have some controversy now. I've got some true and I've got some false. That's what I like. All right. This is really a judgment call. Being a professor, I have to give you a hint on answering any question. Anytime you see in the question itself, if it asks you, let's see, where I wanted to go back to the question, and uses the phrase "should always stay on the sidelines," you know that that's got to be false. When it comes to the market, you always want to stay away from these absolute statements. All markets are tradable, and if you want the correct answer, imbalanced markets actually provide some of the best profitable opportunities when traded properly. So I am always really in favor of looking for an imbalanced market, identifying the direction of that market, and taking a trade in the direction of that market rather than staying out of that market. And you will always find that you are a lot more likely to make money in a directional market than you are in a balanced or a sideways market. So imbalance is a market that's moving directionally, and a balanced market is a market with a limited range. So I want another key concept that we're going to apply in just a little bit here, but I wanted to make sure that you were aware of it. All right, another easy question that I hope everyone will get. I have two profiles before you, Profile A and Profile B, and each of them has a different profile pattern, and I'm asking, what does a balanced market tell us about the sentiment of the market? And of course, I'm hoping you are able to identify that Profile B is the balanced market. And actually, I gave away the next question, but that's okay. I thought it might help you answer this one. All right, so what does a balanced market tell us about the sentiment in the market? And I see some of the answers here. Bell curve is the balanced market, but it's not a sentiment. All right. Good. I've got A's and D's. Actually, the market is telling us that we are at a point of uncertainty. A balanced market is basically a market where equal amounts of buying and selling are present. The market has found a fair price, and it's rotating around that price. Or another term that we will often use in relationship to market profile, it's distributing around that fair price within a very limited or defined value area. Now, see, take a look on Profile B here. Here's my initial range, the two blue lines that you see. And look at how limited they are relative to Profile A. Look at how much of a bigger range, a much wider range of movement that I had in that imbalanced market. So when I have uncertainty, no one really knows where the direction is going, so it is more prudent for traders to stay in that tight range around the fair price so that they don't get into trouble. And that's why you see that imbalanced market. Now, this should really help you with question number 4. We should sail right through this one. Which of these profile charts displays an imbalanced market? And I think I did give away the imbalanced market, not the balanced, the imbalanced. A. Very good. So you all get an A for that question. And now we move on to question number 5, the last question that we have and the last key concept we're going to cover, and then we're going to begin applying these wonderful concepts together. All right. For a point of control, on a profile chart, a point of control shows us what? The best price point to enter a trade, the best price point to exit a trade, the best price point where the price point where the greatest volume was traded, the price point where the greatest number of TPOs on a profile chart were found. Now, I get C's and D's. All right. Actually, now that you mention it, I should have had at the top price point of control, and then the answer should have been very obvious right away. And so let me add that and say, okay, I'm asking about the price point of control rather than the volume point of control. And so for a price point of control, obviously the answer now would be letter D. So let's take a look here at answer 5, D, the price point where the greatest number of TPOs are on a chart profile. And what do we mean by TPOs? Time, price, opportunities. These are these letters that you see. So my point of control on this chart is right here during this balanced market. It shows 1178.25. That's my point of control for price. There's always another point of control for volume, but I actually didn't show it on this chart. I'm just focusing on price at this point in time. Not that